Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the hot seat. So, we are live and in color. I'm super excited because we get a chance to really talk to real teachers in this moment who have real classroom problems and get some real solutions. All right. So before we get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Taji. I am the founder and CEO of KIDMISTRY, where we are unlocking the science behind learning for all kids. And how do we do that? Oh, we do it through supporting our brand new teachers, helping them beat burnout before it turns into a resignation. A lot of times, brand new teachers don't need another professional development when it comes to their classroom management challenges. They need a first response. And so we are the first response for teachers. I am super excited to be here because we are here on a Friday night solving problems because some people, some teachers probably was struggling until May, struggling until June. All right. And tonight we're going to provide that fix so that you're able to truly win and have a strong start for August. So, in case most of you guys didn't know, I am a former educator. I have been in the classroom, I've been the administrator, I've been the teacher trainer, I've been on every side of this issue. And I believe that I have been gifted with the opportunity to solve the problem to ensure that teachers get what they need and they get it now. A lot of the teachers that I've experienced, I've had teachers quit before lunch. I walk in, the computer on the desk, the keys on the desk, everything on the desk except for them. They gone. Okay. So I didn't get a chance to really get to them in time. And I believe that this is the opportunity for us to truly give them the support that they need right now through KIDMISTRY, the first response for our teachers. So I'm going to ask a few of real teachers to actually come to the stage. They're going to share with us what their problems or challenges is, like one key classroom problem. I'll ask a few probing questions so that I can get some good context about what the situation is. And then we're going to get into some real solutions, not the ones that work in 6 months or a year, but the solution that can actually be applied tomorrow if they have to go to class or on Monday, so that they can continue to build their confidence and show up the next day. All right. So, welcome to the stage. Welcome to the stage. We have our first teacher coming to the hot seat. Janelle, come to the hot seat.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I am so excited. Listen, I already love your energy. Like, definitely do.
And I love yours. I'm happy you're on the hot seat because we're going to get into it. Hello, I got
You
some
happy to
things to
get on the
say.
hot seat?
Yes. I got some things to get off my chest. Okay? Whew.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's Friday night. Is this H or
Hello, y'all better be happy I'm drinking some water. Shoot, because, baby, school is out for the summer.
and you made it, boo.
And I'm feeling like young Miami. Spin that. Hello, honey.
Absolutely. And even though we're going to be in this space and solving those problems, but I really want to make sure that this is a safe way for us to really get to the nitty gritty. We don't have time for all the other fluff. Let's really get to what can we do so that you can feel more empowered when you go back into the classroom in August.
Yes.
Yeah. So before we get started, Janelle, introduce yourself. What content do you teach? And then what grade level do you teach?
Okay. Hi, y'all. My name is Janelle Strong. I teach eighth grade advanced reading. I work at a magnet school, so I'm definitely in a unique situation. This is my first year teaching, and yeah, I can't wait to let y'all in a little bit on my life. What happened during my first year teaching.
Janelle, give me a win. What was a win for your first year teaching?
Okay, so my win, y'all, I hit my numbers for star. If y'all admin is like my admin, they just, man, they might as well
You
be a bill
did.
collector. Stop threatening me. Okay, y'all
Not
telling me to hit these
pressure.
goals, these numbers, data, data, data. I'm thinking data's my name at this point because that's all we talking about. But y'all, I went over my goal. Can I get
Period.
an amen? So hey,
Amen. I'm so
whoo,
excited for you. Congratulations.
thank you. That's why I'm tired. First week
Yeah.
out of school, I've been sleeping every day.
Yeah. That's a real win. That's a real
Yeah,
win. You know what
thank
I mean? To
you.
have the data reflecting your goals and just, being able to feel that success immediately in terms of the academics. But how are you like personally, aside from the results and the tests and all of that?
Y'all, whoo, y'all chose the right person for the hot seat today. Because, every day I had to, for real, do some praise and worship. Because if I didn't, it was nuck if you buck.
Not
And it
none.
wasn't even with the kids, y'all. Like, the kids gonna be kids, okay? It's my admin. And I
Uh-huh.
learned that, it's not in between. You either gonna have bad kids and good admin or bad admin and I kids. So it's just like, man, the admin can really make or break the culture of
Mhm.
a school. Like I worked with a lot of veteran teachers, and it just seemed
Mhm.
like everybody is miserable. I call it the nursing home because
Not
y'all
the
just there.
nursing.
Yes, y'all just there waiting on y'all time to be up. So I call my school the nursing home.
Wait a
Like,
minute.
you know,
Did you feel like you could call on your veteran teachers for any help that you may had, like during the day or anything like that?
yes and no.
Okay.
Like, so at my school, I'm a singleton, meaning I'm the only person that teaches eighth grade advanced reading. I don't have no
Mm,
team. It's just me.
mm,
So the person that I am supposed to lean on is my department chair, but she teaches seventh grade reading.
mm,
And we have two different personalities, two different teaching styles. So I'm listening to what you're telling me to do, but I know in the
mhm,
back of my mind, I got to put my own spin on it because that's not
mhm,
me. And so
mhm.
I ended up bonding with a theater teacher, the
Hmm.
environmental science teacher,
Mhm,
people that I
mhm.
would have never thought that I would be close to. But it ended up working. That theater
Mhm.
teacher, he prayed for me when
Yeah.
times get hard. And sometimes you need a praying partner at that school. Because I'm telling y'all, it's a battle that we fight.
Period. People don't understand. Like, this is ministry. This is crazy. You got to come in with
Yes.
your mind ready to go. You got to make sure that you juiced up on the way.
Yes.
Getting your spirit together because you're just being pulled from so many different directions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I totally understand that. Now, even in the midst of all the success that you experienced, is there a classroom challenge that has been just kind of like that thorn that you just want to get past to get over?
Yes. So I feel like my biggest challenge is well, this year it was my 10th period class.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
my 10th period class, they knew they got on me strong nerves, okay? Because I'm the type of teacher, I'm very vocal. I tell my kids when I'm overstimulated. I tell my kids when I'm having a bad day. When it's I'm just very transparent, and I teach them to be transparent and to advocate and to let me know because they're human too. Just because they're kids, that don't
Mm-hmm.
mean anything. But I have A day, B day schedule. My class
Mm-hmm.
periods are 90 minutes a day. By the time 10 period comes, I'm burnt out. And I already know I'm finna have behavioral issues. So I just want to know moving forward, let's just say next year, I have another 10th period situation. Or let's just say my second period is the bad class. I want to know how can I push through because it did kind of make me feel bad at the end of the school year because a lot of my classes were able to get another side of me And
Mm-hmm.
then 10th period come and I'm just like, you know what, I'm over this. Like I'm just trying to get through the lesson. After that, y'all be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm tired. Or like I done found a different way to punish the kids, y'all. Let me tell you what I did.
What
Okay.
are you doing?
I found the longest old school R&B song that I could find. And I said, y'all don't talk until this song go off. So we listening to Teddy Pendergrass in 2026. I kid you
Not
not.
cheating.
I just needed a peace of mind, y'all, because it's like it's already the end of the day. Can we just chill, please?
Not Teddy.
So they learned about Teddy Pendergrass. I be having to find creative ways because
Yeah.
I'm not super strict. Like I have great classroom management, but I don't like to do all that
Mm-hmm.
yelling. I like to tell you, I say what I mean
Mm-hmm.
what I say. That's it.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
it's just I'm trying to figure out how can I just push
Mm-hmm.
through and still have momentum and
Mm-hmm.
not just say forget y'all.
Yeah. Especially that last class. I totally understand. Now I have a few questions. Do you happen to have lunch with your kids? Like,
No.
do any students want to have lunch with you during the day? Okay. And then when a student typically walk into your classroom, what is the procedure when they enter into the room?
Okay. So when they come into my class, they already know I'm about to come in and sit down. After STAR, like before STAR, they used to come in. I used to have somebody, two kids, pass out composition books for me. After STAR, they just came in and sat down. Just chill,
Mm-hmm.
y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know what we doing today. But I could definitely do much better on like my routines, like
Mm-hmm.
next school year, because after STAR, it was like, okay, we done,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not done.
Yeah.
We still have
Yeah.
things that we need to do.
Mm-hmm. And just think about it from this perspective. All day you tussling, you reminding them, get your pencil, get your stuff, sit down, be quiet. Didn't I tell you to
Yes.
do this? Didn't I tell you to do that? And naturally over the course of the day, it takes so much out of you.
Right.
So instead of using your personality to manage your classroom, I need you to lean more on the systems in your classroom, and then your personality can just be most about like the facilitation of what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. And that's how you get overstimulated, because a person will go crazy because they have to literally like repeat the same thing 15,000 times a day. And your kids, like, I think all kids have the capability to win. But when you're at a school where most of your students are already advanced and you're at an IB school, sometimes we can lean on the capabilities of the kids and not really put in the systems,
Right.
because we already know that they're able to catch on quicker. So maybe I don't need the system to be as tight as it is, because I know that my kids eventually gonna get it.
Right. That is true. Because I would hear like I told you, I work at the nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
They was hating on me because I'm the young teacher on the block. But the kids would
Mm-hmm.
tell me, Miss Strong, we love your class because you let us be ourselves and you let us talk. We can't
Mm-hmm.
talk in Miss So and So class. And when I go in there, they quiet as a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my class to be like that now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I can say that she does have some structure, so that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the kids hate your class. I don't want the kids to hate my class. But
And
we
that's
definitely
the
need
huge.
more structure.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, you're good.
No, I was just saying, like, there's this huge misconception that when you have structure in your classroom, that is boring.
Right.
And I taught science, middle school science, and I would tell my kids, "Hey, y'all come in, get what you need, have a seat, read what's on the board. The timer is flowing because we got a lab to get to. And if y'all wasting a whole bunch of time, we're not going to be able to get to this chemical and physical reaction lab. And I know y'all want to do the elephant toothpaste lab or whatever, where it was just like this big old explosion. So it was basically like we had the system in place so that we can protect the time and we can
Mm-hmm.
get to the fun stuff.
Right.
And if you're not coming in and taking care of what you need to take care of, you're gonna miss out on the stuff that you really gonna enjoy in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so it can drain you. It can really, really, really drain you when you are using your personality, because I love your personality, but you're using your personality as the foundation for your classroom management. And that's why you burn it out by the end of the day. But if you use your systems, it's every day, it's the same. Come in, grab what you need, have a seat, read what's on the board, get started. The timer is going. The system is running your class and you just reinforcing. So now you do have the space to say, okay, I see your nails. That's cute. Okay, I saw that you turned your assignment. Okay, let's, you're taking care of business because the
Right.
system is running it and you're able to truly like just free flow and facilitate versus using your personality to make sure the kids stay on task.
Okay, that's good stuff. Because it's tough being the new teacher on the block. Everybody
Mhm.
want to come to your class. I have to tell you, you need to go. You can't
Mhm.
sit in my class. You trying to
Mhm.
skip algebra? You can't skip algebra. Skip an
Mhm.
elective. Oh, you don't want to skip an elective, huh? Okay, well, go on to class. And then it's like I'm meeting seventh graders trying to come to my class. I'm telling them, baby, eighth grade only. You're not VIP. You'll be
Yeah.
VIP next year. Like,
Mhm.
so it's like word travels. Like, but it's like, next year I cannot get burnt out by the end of the school day. Like, to
Mhm.
where it's just like I'm shutting down. I don't like that. And I don't want to keep getting on to my kids and having to
Mhm.
yell and stuff. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's just the boundaries. You're just gonna have to reinforce those boundaries, and the way you'll do it without it getting personal is through your systems.
Okay.
Yeah. And just for everyone who's watching, shout out to everybody tuning in. I'm checking and see what we have in the comments, but I'm just super excited because this is something that Smart Spark for Teachers, which is our virtual community with experts, OGs, we got OGs like myself who is in the space, and we provide that weekly check-in, that back pocket resource. So when you do go into the schools, you winning and they're trying to figure out like, dang, she's a superstar, right? Janelle is out here
Mhm.
knocking it out the park, but they don't know that Janelle is having a real person who's able to kind of walk through these things, who's not judging her,
Right.
who's not observing and trying to, put these little notes in your file. No, I'm just giving you key things that's going to help you just save your sanity throughout the day.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a joy. Do you got any other gems, child? Because you had me a key.
Whew, I'm telling you, really, that admin, y'all, listen. Whoo! I'm telling y'all, my kids gonna be kids. I always tell myself that. Like, my kids thinking the next day I come to school, I'm gonna hold it against them. No, I'm not, baby. You a kid. Now, if you skip my class, yes, you're gonna hear about it till the end of the week. But Monday come,
Mhm.
we good. But it's just my admin, y'all. Like my principal don't talk to me, she talk at me.
Mm.
And it sucks because she looks like me and you,
Mhm.
you know? And like, y'all, I'm telling you, nuck if you bug. It was like,
You have you have to put on your gospel music to keep from knucking.
Like, y'all, it was really bad at one point to where, like,
Mhm.
I just asked her straight up, like, what is your problem with me? Because it's like,
Mhm.
why are you talking to me crazy? Like, you don't have to do that. I understand
Mhm.
you're my boss, but golly. And then you don't even discipline the kids for real, y'all. Like, at my
Mhm.
school, it's predominantly Hispanic, and I only had like six African American kids. And those a child was being racist towards my kids. And instead
Mhm.
of you handling that, you did not handle that. So it's like if my kids know they're not going to get disciplined for real,
Mhm.
what am I supposed to do? So I'm just like, man, like I didn't realize how the political climate could
Mm,
affect the education system so much. I try not
mhm.
to really tune into what is going on, but it's like
Mhm.
it's
That's
gonna
a good
force you to
point.
regardless. Like it's just
Yeah.
hard, Taji. Like,
Yeah.
huh. I don't know how people have been educators for 40 some years, 20 some
Hmm.
years. I'm
Hmm.
thinking about, yeah, I don't want to do this for no more than 5. I
Wow.
gotta make
And it's
some
so
shake in
real.
5 years.
Hmm.
And I gotta get
Yeah.
up out of here. Cause no.
It's just crazy. Because of everything that you're saying, like, is real. We got the political climate, we got all the things that's happening with our children. And what people don't realize is that not only are you teaching them content, you're providing them, your classroom is probably the only space that's probably as diverse as they would actually have on a day-to-day basis. So you literally
Mhm.
have to create this space and say, in this space, everybody is respected. In this space,
Yes.
we're not going to allow those things to happen. And I've had to have so many come to Jesus moments and like
Yes.
conversations about that's not how you treat folks. That's not how we're going to maneuver. And every week I will have like a class bonding activity that would allow
Mm.
for people to start trusting one another, like intentionally. I
Mm.
change up the seating arrangements very often, and then I would have kind of like a cup stacking competition or the hoops or whatever. And before we will have the actual competition or the game for them to lean on one another, I would have like our norms of how we're going to treat each other through the activity.
Oh, I
And
love that. I need to
especially with this
utilize that.
political climate, you got to find a way to bring the kids together and say, even though we may all look similar, everybody is different in this room. Somebody may like anime, somebody might love, comedy, somebody's into opera, jazz, somebody into, the classics, you know what I mean? Teddy
Mm-hmm.
Pendergrass, you never know. So there's just so much diversity in this room, and we need to create a space where you learn more about folks, and then intentional bonding activities so they won't be acting a fool with each other.
Mm. Girl, I like that. Please make a spark note and send it to me. Cause I need that, especially the cup game, like the little bonding activities. I need that
Hmm.
for real, cause I can make that be like on Fridays. That's what we do when we finish our, you know, our
Hmm.
work early or something. Because man, like, who
Hmm.
it's hard. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's very hard, and I had to accept too. Like even though I don't have kids biologically, being a
Hmm.
teacher, you're like a mother.
You
Like these
are.
kids really. Who I don't have to speak so much life into these kids. I'm just like,
Yes.
wow. Like social media really has y'all exposed to a lot. So, whew.
That part. That part. So it's a whole situation, but I'm man, like when I tell you, you alone, as you are kind of like navigating this conversation, so many other teachers are feeling the same way. Everybody's trying to figure out, how can I keep my sanity, but how can I make sure that this environment is not funneling into my classroom culture and causing disarray and all this kind of stuff. And so there's a lot of things happening at the same time. But one thing I do know is that the moment that you instill those systems, an entry routine, an exit routine, how to transition within groups and operating, you're not going to be leaning on your personality to keep your classroom sane.
Thank you.
So when 10th period come, coast on out.
Right. I we out. Because
And
for real, like
they
no.
still get quality instruction.
Right, because
Hmm.
I hate it for them, but my 10 period definitely got the short end of the stick, and they
Hmm.
knew it. They knew it. That's why they was so shocked when I threw a pizza party for my kids close to the end of the school year. And they couldn't believe that I was giving them a party. I was like, yeah, because y'all know y'all don't deserve nothing. But I'm not gonna do y'all like that. Like, why would I do y'all like that? You know? They're just like, Miss Strong, we can't believe you did it. Usually teachers promises things and they don't follow through. I'm like, baby, I spent that money too. So you
Yeah.
got some stamps. Thank you. For real, man. I just be trying to be good to the children, man. I
Yes,
do.
I love it. And I can hear it in your voice. I can hear the love. I can hear the passion. And you just got to keep going. You got this. You're going to be good.
Thank you.
Y'all give it up for Janelle. Woo!
Bye,
All right, my
y'all.
love. Bye. I'll see you in a
Thank
little bit.
you.
I hope to hear an update from you.
Okay, thank you, Taji.
Of course, of course. Y'all, wasn't that so good? Oh my gosh, that was amazing. And I'm telling you, it is so many teachers who needs to hear that because you guys are not alone. And you don't need to sit through another 3-hour PD to get that level of support. You need to just walk in, log in, access our Smart Spark for Teachers so that you can kind of get that first response tip you can apply tomorrow that doesn't take a whole bunch of prep, and then it will empower you to show up the next day and make sure that you're actually present throughout the entire part of the day. That's what you need. And so, thank you so much, Janelle, for that. We have another teacher coming to the stage. Y'all, give me some love in the chat. Let me see how you feeling. What's going on with you? How's everything going? Yes, indeed. Give me some love in the chat because I am super excited about the work we are doing. And I know for sure, that this is going to be something that all teachers need, especially teachers in their first 3 years. It's an isolating situation and you need as much support as possible. And sometimes your principal may be in a meeting, they don't have time. Your mentor teacher, they may be teaching a whole different content. They took the day off, and please don't text them after work hours. They just don't have the capacity. They're tired too. So if you need somebody or a technology, a group, a community that you need to reach out to, so that you can get that help whenever, make sure that you're reaching out to us and following us on KIDMISTRY EDU so you can learn more information about what we do. I'll also put a link in the chat in case you are interested in all the things. We would love to stay connected with you. If you would love to stay connected and learn more about what we do, complete this and we got you. Uh-oh, did that link was weird looking. Let me see it. Did it actually work? No, it did not. Let me try that one more time. And I'm actually going to delete this. But in the meantime, I make sure that you're checking the chat if you are here and you may have gotten here after our live. Just go ahead and just put hot in the chat so I know that you actually are watching the replay. Okay, put hot in the chat if you are watching the replay after our live today, because I'm telling you, it's a lot of gems. It's a whole lot of gems. So let's go ahead and welcome. Let's go ahead and welcome Diamond to the stage, y'all. Our next teacher. Hey,
Hey
hey,
y'all.
Diamond.
Hey Taji, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful today.
Yes, on this Friday night.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes, it's so good to see you. Tell me more. So tell us, Diamond, about who you are, what grade level you teach, your content, and just a little context about what you got going on.
Okay. Okay, so I'm Diamond Montgomery, aka Miss Barbie. That's what I got my kids calling me. I teach US history to 8th to 10th grade and also world history to 6th grade. This is I'm going into my third year this coming August. So I done survived my
Okay.
first 2 years.
Yes.
And I
Good,
still
good.
love teaching, even though it comes with
Yeah.
its set of problems. I'm still very much in love with it. So I'm here because I got a little issue and you presented this opportunity to me. So hopefully we can get some help today.
Oh, good, good. I'm super excited to learn. Like, okay, Diamond. So tell me, like, what is a win? Before we get into the issue, I want you to share a win from this year.
A win for this year would be successfully launching my girls mentoring program. I was able to start it my first year. It's called Sparkles and Gems, by the way. I was able to start
Uh-huh.
it my first year, but we didn't have a consistent club schedule, so I didn't really get to immerse myself into it. But I spent the summer after the school year ended working on it, and then we got back to school, and I learned that Texas had passed a lot of policies that were preventing
Mhm.
same gender from having clubs, and they told me that if I wanted to do it, I would have to keep it open to boys. So they told me no at first, but I kept
Mhm.
advocating for myself. And then we
Mhm.
had a safe dean come in, and I explained it to her, and she also advocated. So by the time the second semester came, I was able to launch my club. I already had the girls lined up. Already had
Nice.
girls signing up, and they were excited about it. And it was really a good time. Like I enjoyed it, they enjoyed it, and hopefully next year I could do the same thing. So that's my biggest win, just being able to bond with my girls and create a space for them to bond with each other.
Mhm.
And again, just pushing through the odds because I got a lot of no's, but I wasn't gonna stop because I can't
Listen,
do
that
that.
persistence is key, man. You have to
Mhm.
just let it continue to fight for it. And I admire that. So, what's the name of your club? One more time.
Sparkles and gems.
Sparkles and Gems.
Hmm.
I love that. Yes, Diamond, congratulations.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Okay. So we on our high with our club. I love how you're making
Hmm.
an impact with Sparkles and Gems, and how you're going to make sure that the kids, the young ladies, are getting the support that they need so that they can be a holistically supported baby, right?
Hmm.
A holistically
Yeah.
supported student. And so now that you have that, tell me more about what is the classroom challenge that you're experiencing.
Okay, so I teach history, and before I even hit the ground running with it, my kids was already saying history was boring, and
Mhm.
they didn't have a teacher before I got there, so I had to start from scratch pretty much, and like build them up, help them understand why it's important, but it's hard. Like I said, because they didn't have a teacher for so long, so having to take the star test, having the data pressure from higher ups,
Mhm.
has been such a headache. But I want them to memorize the information that they need to know for STAR, but I also want them to engage in like healthy conversations so that they can understand the value of history. But it's hard to do that because they don't always retain the information. So I need to know how to get them to understand why this is important, why they need to know it, because when we look at star stuff, like
Mhm.
it's I don't know. I explain it to them. It's like it's a trick. Like they gonna put questions on the test that's gonna trip y'all up. Like y'all have to know this stuff because. And I was transparent with them as well. Like performance pay is coming into play, and I do love my kids, but I love my chicks too. So I need y'all to retain this information. Like I need y'all to really learn this stuff. Oh, it be hard. Like sometimes they flat out
Uh,
tell me I don't know what I just read. And we going over the Constitution, like we going over
mhm.
so much stuff that again they need to know. But also I'm like, y'all the future. Like when I get older, I'm gonna depend on y'all to know certain stuff, to make
Mhm.
policies that are gonna be impactful for y'all, the future y'all kids. So I hate that I can't always get across to them like why this subject is important. So I'm at a crossroad. I try stuff like Four Corners.
Mhm.
I try the controversial questions, like everything you could think of. I've done, but I have some kids that know this and they're interested in it, but I have some kids that just kind of rely on the smart kids or the people who are actually
Mhm.
interested in it to kind of carry them through. And I feel like it's not enough for them that know enough, if that makes sense. So
Uh-huh.
that's my challenge right now.
Okay. So I have a few questions. So what does group work look like?
Mm, Let me think back. Okay. Group work. I like to do card sort games. So like if we going over a certain era, maybe I'll give them some stimuli cards and they gotta figure out what go with what. Or sometimes group work could be breaking down a section of, I don't know, the Constitution or the Articles of Confederation. But it usually involves them working together to figure something out, like from
Mhm.
whatever era we covering. Trying to think of what else I done did. Mm, it could be reviewed too, or like a game show type of thing that I do when I put them in groups. But again, it's always a chance that one person gonna be carrying everybody with them. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's what group work is like.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I was just kind of getting some context in terms of like what group work looks like. I'm gonna be
Hmm.
honest. We already understand that our kids are dealing with some reading challenges, right? They
Yes.
have there's a variation of reading levels in the classroom. Okay.
Hmm.
We also know that the Constitution is dense, and not your
Hmm.
average person is just reading through it and
Right.
understanding the amendments and things of that nature. Okay. All right. So let's put that out the way, right? Is that
Okay.
we know that we got dense content with words that they don't use on an everyday basis. And then you have kids who have reading deficits. So
Hmm.
in order for them to like be able to read and comprehend, in when you're thinking about not only the content, you also have to find, okay, what tool or what table or what can I put in place that's going to help them process this information better.
Hmm.
So if there's a constitution, I would chunk it up. I would provide some type of chart for them to basically saying, okay, what was the title of the section that we're reading? What are the key elements in this particular section? Draw a picture that demonstrate what this could look like in real life and who can it affect, and
Hmm.
give them a video because there's so many examples these days of constitution
Hmm.
rights being violated. I need give them a real example of what is something that's actually going on that's affecting them that is aligned to that particular amendment,
Okay.
right? So for instance, you have kids, the reason why they're not really just getting into the content is because they just don't have a visual in their mind already of what it looks like when a person's constitutional right has been violated. And
Hmm.
if I show them various images, emojis, scenarios, some type of like quick short videos, and they're able to watch the video, identify the problem, point to the amendment that it violated when it comes to that particular constitutional right.
Hmm.
Okay, so again, watch the video, identify the problem, connect it to an amendment. Okay, and
Okay.
what was actually violated in that particular video that connects to the verbiage that's in the amendment.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can
you'll be
write that
able
down.
to. Yeah, you'll be able to really like um see. I just think they just need to they need to tussle with it from a real perspective.
Okay.
And when it comes to group work, let's say for instance, you want them to work in a group and you want
Hmm.
them to be in a table of 4, and you give them an amendment to understand. You always have to attach a responsibility to whatever you're giving them. So again, this at this table, the person at seat 1 is going to um, summarize with writing. A person at seat 2 is going to summarize through providing a quick example or real world example. The person
Okay.
at seat 3 is going to create like a quick skit to demonstrate another situation that would, that resemble this particular constitutional amendment and what it could look like in real life. And the person in
Okay.
seat 4 is going to narrate it. So when you guys do come up in front of everybody, they're going to be able to narrate what exactly is occurring and, you know, be the speaker for the group. So the way you would do that, you already know how your kids are moving and how they're actually sitting. And so you would put the kid who may feel insecure about their literacy and reading, I would
Mhm.
not put them in the situation where they would have to kind of read and summarize. I would put them in a situation where they would create like an actual skit.
Okay.
So that means that them and they may be in seat 3. They have to work with seat 1 to get an understanding of what's going on, and then they can actually build a skit that can act out exactly what's happening.
Okay.
Because everybody is reading, but everybody is demonstrating their comprehension in a different way.
Mhm. Okay. I gotta write something down.
So it's good. I'm giving you that space to kind of just process it, and we can kind of like um tussle through what that could look like.
Mhm.
But just thinking about one, chunking the text, giving them a chance to kind of process it on their own, and then when they come together as a group, they've already chunked it. Now each of them have different responsibilities that plays out
Mhm.
what's happening in that amendment.
Yeah. I really like this. I feel like this makes group work like
Mhm.
much more meaningful. Like everybody has something to do, and then that'll kind of take away from the everybody leaning on one person to carry the understanding, and everybody has a
Mhm.
chance to, like you said, demonstrate their own interpretation of what's going on. Yeah, this
Mhm.
is good.
And you're
Yeah.
basically creating a in-group support. So if you have
Uh-huh.
that one student who struggles with reading, because
Hmm.
you may know their Lexile level or what have you, the in-group support is person 1, the
Yeah.
person with the highest understanding, but they still have to deliver a product.
Right.
So they can ask this person. So everybody had time to process the reading. Person 1 is probably doing most of the analytical work with rewriting it and creating it, but they're able to co-teach
Yeah.
after everybody has processed it through their chart.
Yeah. Okay.
How does that land, Diamond?
Really well. Like I'm
Mhm,
still teachable, I still need stuff to improve my class. So this is good. I'm actually excited about this.
mhm, mhm.
I'm really
I
excited
want to
about
hear
this.
like how it works out when you apply it, and
Hmm.
of course you're going to tweak it as you learn. But every time when you do this activity, you need to
Hmm.
also display it and explain. So it needs to be like a pictorial example in your slide deck that explains
Hmm.
the role for each number, and each desk in that group of 4 needs to be labeled with a number. So they
Okay.
associate their desk with whatever task is on the screen. So
Okay.
it just look like 4 boxes with the numbers and then whatever they're responsible for.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, might have to sign up again. I got some more stuff I need to talk about.
You need to join the community, girl.
Yes, very
You
much
need to be
so.
a founding member in this community so that you can tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. But most importantly, we meet like this every single week.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Girl. Okay, so I can
Every
just get
You can
on, what
just
is it,
you can bring
StreamYard?
it. You can bring it. You can display your slide deck. You can do all of
Mm.
that, and we'll just, coach you through. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm with that for sure. I
Yeah.
am.
Man,
Thank you,
I'm so proud of
Taji.
y'all. Of course. Of course. You my fam. You went to FAMU, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I
you my
did go to
FAMU
FAMU.
friend.
Thank you. We gotta stick together. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you,
Dang, that
Diamond.
was
I know that
good.
you're just gonna continue to knock it out the park. All you need is just those small tweaks. Do that even sound like it's a lot of planning?
Does it sound like a lot of planning?
Yeah, like what I suggested.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And then the kids that I'm about to get for this year, I had my first year teaching. So I kind of already can see the different roles or the different numbers. Like I can literally see
Mhm.
this in my head.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is definitely something you can implement tomorrow. I mean, if you were teaching tomorrow, you'll be able to just kind of like do You don't have to be perfect. You can just
Mm-hmm.
put 4 boxes on the slide, put what they're responsible for with their numbers, boom, bam. You already got the content, you already got the stuff printed out. You just presenting it in a way to holding every kid accountable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You are so right, girl. What PD? This would have took
What
forever, and they would have told
PD?
me 4 corners. Like, I'm with this for sure. I love this.
Stop. You ain't got time for no PD sitting down for 90 minutes and still don't know what to
Right.
do. No, you need a
Exactly
quick
that.
win. You need something that's going to make sure that you are empowered to show up on Friday. That's what you
Yes.
need. Yes. And so I'm
Yes.
just so excited. And I want to hear how it works out. I want you guys, not only Diamond, I want all of you all to have this level of support, first
Mm-hmm.
response support, so that you can feel ready to show up in your room. Because for every teacher that we help, that is 120 students that are going to be impacted.
That's right. I know that's
120
right.
students. Imagine when
Yeah.
we support 100,000 teachers. Do you know how many students that is?
Girl,
I
math
do.
ain't
It's
my
30.
strong suit.
Well, listen, let me tell you something. One thing about Taji, she already know how much
Yeah.
impact she wants KIDMISTRY to make, right? As the founder
Mm-hmm.
and CEO, when we help 100,000 teachers, we're going to impact 12 million students.
Oh Lord. That's what I'm talking about.
12 million.
Yeah.
And it's just a quick win in our first response. So I'm so excited for your future, Diamond, and I know I'm gonna see
Thank
you again. So
you.
thank you for
Yes, you
joining
know
us.
it. Thank you for having me, Taji. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a good evening.
All right, you too. Bye
All
bye.
right, bye-bye. Y'all, my goodness, the hot seat was lit tonight. Oh my God, the hot seat was banging. I'm super excited about the future of our educators, our brand new educators. We need you to ensure that you have the first response support that you need so that you can stay in the classroom. The way we do that is through our Smart Spark community. And if you want to learn more about what KIDMISTRY provide through our community, make sure you stay connected. Click on that link. We get your information and you'll learn more and more each day. All right, my loves. All right. So, hey, if you're interested in the hot seat, starting next week, we'll start having some applications and if something that you're interested in. But for sure, tune in, follow KIDMISTRY EDU. We have gems on the way, okay? And hot seat takes place on Friday, Thursday, and Friday during the summer so that we can get our teachers ready and that we can get y'all in the community that y'all need so that you can win. All right, my loves, I'll see you in a bit. Super excited, and I'll see you next week on the hot seat.